As you watch this video for the lecture on Step 3, note that I have included a series of GIFs or GIFs, depending on how you pronounce it, all related to Jim Carrey. I've used these to show you how you can have consistency in your own PowerPoints because keep in mind that you will be creating your slideshow for both major speeches. So step 3 is all about research and researching your topic. It's essential for your audience to profit from your speech. It will help you to establish some credibility. For some, this may be the most exciting aspect of the speech writing process. For others, not so much. So, you need to avail yourself of all the research sources to find out more information about your topic. There are 3 main sources for researching your topic. The first is interviews. Select the person you wish to interview and secure an appointment. Create a cheat sheet, a list of what you want to ask during the interview, ask open-ended questions, and for permission to tape or print the interview. After the closing, follow up with an expression of appreciation, such as a thank you card. You would be surprised to know, or perhaps you already know, that there are a number of people on this campus who have a vested interest in the topic that you have selected. Your next source is the library. They are storehouses for both print and computerized databases. Start by becoming familiar with a specific library, for example, the on-campus library. Some online sources that might prove useful include the Library of Congress, the ACC Library. The address for our library is on this slide. You only have to access the main website and scroll down until you find Library Services. Once you're there, again, scroll down and you'll find an orientation to help you get started. Our last source includes newspapers, journals, magazines, reference material. And these can be found in both the library and on the internet, in electric libraries, online databases, online journals, and ebooks. Use search engines, but beware of .com sites, especially Wikipedia. When you are looking to complete your research, you should know that anyone can contribute to Wikipedia. So there are 2 parts to Wikipedia. One is not very reliable, and the second is more credible. Any topic you type in at the top of the page will have probably a narrative and lots of examples, explanations, and so forth. If you want the more credible sources, scroll down to the very bottom of Wikipedia, and you'll see I've included a couple pictures on this slide. If you are, again, looking for sources that you know are vetted and checked for accuracy, check the edu and .gov sites. They are vetted by a board of scholars. This slide and the 3 following it will provide you with a visual for how to find what you need in our Alpena Community College library. Let's move on to research principles. A good place to begin your research is by asking yourself what you already know about the topic. For the moment, let's use zoos or zoo animals as our topic. I can begin my research by recalling what I saw, both good and bad, during my zoo visits. Also, there are always stories popping up, both good and bad, about zoos. Now, I'll consult an authority on zoos. A quick look online and I found the National Geographic site. That's good. I trust that site. Immediately, I noticed this quotation at the top of the page. A zoo is a place where animals live in captivity and are put on display for people to view. The word zoo is short for zoological park. I didn't know that. And looking at a zoo like a park helps me to focus on the specifics. Now, follow up the general overview with increasingly more detailed and specialized sources. In this case, I went to Britannica.com, and there were lots of subcategories on zoos, such as history, types of animals, function and purpose, architecture, etc. All in all, not a bad start. However, I don't want to get all my information from online sources, so I think I might check a book out of the library, call the Detroit or San Diego Zoo, etc. DeVito points out several types in your textbook. Lastly, please note the differences between primary and secondary sources. You will need to know this for the test. Research evaluation. So how do we find out if our research is valid? As I mentioned, .gov and .edu sites are quite reliable because they're vetted, but also make sure the information is current and has been written by qualified individuals. Next, evaluate the information for fairness and accuracy by consulting other sources. And last, look at this example to see what a simple Google search provides.